All right, we are here with one last push to the iVue RC app. We'll be verifying some bug fixes as well as a couple of very minor updates we'll cover in just a moment. We already have the MLRS USB radio plugged into our computer, have a controller just about at the ready should we need it or just want to use it to bring Develop Air back closer to us for the landing. But let's just set Develop Air out and we'll get her up in the air. We are on a tight timeline today. We're always on a tight timeline, but seemingly even more so today. So urgent. All right, version 1.6.0 with the most recent update pushed last night at 6:11 p.m. All right, and now we're going to select allow this time to give World's iVue our location, open up the iVue RC app, select the STM32 radio we're using, and we'll zoom into Develop Air's position. As we can already see, the arm disarm button is not flashing back and forth, toggling back and forth, so it looks like we have no issues there. Next issue that has been resolved or update that's been made is this terminal window will now automatically update, automatically scroll down to show you the most recent message, where as you can see, if there's a lot of messages coming through like arming checks disabled, Mohit, I guess if you can verify if this is working as it should. I think this is the case with these Develop Air. We don't have all of the arming checks on. We do some configuration. So let's go ahead and get this Develop Air off the ground. We'll just select fly drone, arm and fly drone, take off to 10 feet. All right, now while Develop Air is hovering there, I'm looking at the list. So the heartbeats that were affecting the arm disarm button, nothing that anyone should need to really know about, really just back end for how the arm disarm button works. Develop Air is automatically coming back down for a landing, GCS Fail-safe. So did we lose connection via the radio? Doesn't look like it. And now when we don't want the terminal window to automatically scroll down, it's scrolling down. So Mohit, maybe there's a way you can think of if you need to scroll back up to review messages in the terminal, you're not fighting against the constant scroll. So while I say this is one last push, prior to all of these updates that you're seeing here in the development preview version being pushed to production, there might be still another update or two between now and then. All right, let me go back over to my messages. As I just covered the scroll window, there's picture-in-picture features, so I don't think we need to cover any of that, and another developer update. So I think really the major updates that we have here are the terminal window, auto-scrolling, and while that is better than what it was in one respect, as you can see when we actually need to scroll up and review a message, not quite as handy. And I also, again, don't know why Develop Air came down for a landing automatically. Let's see if we can replicate that and verify why it's happening. All right, repeat of the takeoff in guided flight mode. Now there were some parameter updates to this Develop Air between now and the last time we flew it, but all those should have been reverted back as we have a Develop Air HP that I've alluded to being equipped with a thermal camera, and we actually use this Develop Air just to do a quick integration check and had to revert all those changes. So yeah, it looks like there's just some connection issue that we ran into. plugging in the controller, activating it, putting develop air into loiter flight mode. Doesn't look like the controller has been activated. Okay, it has been. Are we in loiter flight mode? We are in loiter flight mode. According to iVue RC, we're in loiter flight mode, but I am not capable of providing any input through my controller. Now, this may also be a USB cable problem, but I kind of doubt that because we are showing that we're connected. So I press pause, which is actually brake flight mode. So now develop air shouldn't respond to any inputs. I'm going to try just swapping out the cable I'm using and see if that affects being able to use the controller. I didn't bring my USB or my other USB-C to USB-C cable, so I don't have to use this USB hub. But all right. Now I'm in loiter flight mode again, trying to move develop air with the controller and not having any luck. I don't think I have the Legion Go either. Let me just verify I don't have any other USB-C to USB-C cable I might be able to use. No, it does not look like it. None of your camera equipment would have a USB-C to USB-C cable, would it? No, all right. Yep. All right, we'll just land. All right, some updates to the iVue RC app for you. Not all of them working as intended. However, we'll get those fixed, and if not seeing them in a update video here very shortly, they'll be pushed into production and you'll see them in a video, I guess soon thereafter. And then of course we ran into the controller issue, which I'm not totally sure that's an iVue RC app problem. I think it's more so a USB cable / USB hub problem, but I guess more testing to be done. You'll catch us in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.